Hey guys, and welcome to FMFG's channel. Go into the description, check out the link, then come back here, watch the 17-minute gameplay, and then check out the 60-second TV spot. When you've done that, I'm gonna talk a little bit about Battlefield 4 and how, well, all around, just generally Battlefield. So, you know, guys, we've been playing. Well, I just basically wanna talk about what's gonna happen now, because we all know in Battlefield 2 you had Commander, which I have been bitching about quite a lot actually, but we have had so much more about it in the game too. So, for example, when you were Commander, you could actually talk to your squad in game. You could actually navigate them where to go and defend these positions and objectives, which kind of made this somewhat of a. If you think about, I'm gonna compare it to World of Warcraft right now, but if you compare it to World of Warcraft, where you just get a quest and you got an objective you gotta do and you get something for it. Just imagine that in kind of, you know, in Battlefield 4, where we just get the commander option back in, get some squad action going up, you get some teamwork going, and really get the things out there, you know, so we can get that community gameplay going on again. Because if you try Battlefield 2 and if you have not tried out Battlefield 2 and started with Battlefield 3, you are certainly missing out. I'm not saying you should go back and buy Battlefield 2 simply because nobody's really playing it anymore, but you still have a chance of trying it out. But I just say, because, you know, it's kind of outdated, it's still not, you know, it's getting a little bit old, etc, etc. But if you're willing, you should try it out. But I would recommend just getting on with Battlefield 4. So what we see is we in Battlefield 4 we are going to have some of the same guns, the M4A1 I think, and the AEK we saw in the trailer too, and so I mean, the graphics, guys, I mean, come on, can it get any better? It's so fucking delicious. I cannot stop looking at the explosions in the 60-second TV spot. The way Rihanna just sings out the lyrics is just so fucking good. Everything is just super good. The thing is that I have a little bit of hate on every company now and then, simply because of, you know, back then in Half-Life 1, 1.6, etc. we just got all things for free. You know, the modding community did make the maps and etc. You know, and what we might see in Battlefield 4 is that, you know, a lot more modding might come to it, because we might be able to get, as I said, we're gonna get the command, which is not modding tool or anything like that, but we will be getting, probably, I'm not sure, but we might be getting battle record. We might be getting, well, we might just be getting all the good things we saw in Battlefield 2. So that's where we are headed, I think. Because what I wanted, well, if you go back in Battlefield 2 again and watch, you know, there's, I think, 5, 7, 6 classes, I don't quite remember, but actually back there you didn't have support, didn't have C4 or claymores. Actually, a special forces guy, which is one of the classes called, had C4, and he needed a support to get more C4, and a sniper has claymore, which is completely fine, so he can defend his position with where he's sitting, which is, I mean, fine, nothing wrong with that. But when that claymore explodes, he is exposed and he needs a support guy to resupply him. So that kind of makes the support class more of a reliable source, you could say, because you're right now, as it is, most players do play, when it comes to team deathmatch, etc, etc, you will be playing as medic simply because it's the best choice. Or, for example, just pick out the M16A3 or AEK because those are the best guns. I think the community and everyone else around here, probably not everyone, but really wants that, you know, group play, teamwork there. I enjoyed playing back then. I enjoyed playing Commander. I enjoyed ordering people around where to go and do the objectives, and then if they did the objective, I'd say, fuck yeah, guys, keep on doing the great job. And if they fail, I'll just scream at them and tell them they suck. And if they, you know, something like that. And the other way around too, I'd like being the squad and getting commanded around. Okay, my commander told me we need to do this objective, we gotta fucking do it or we will fail. You know, it's something like that, and that's what we really just need in this Battlefield 4. So sorry if I'm lispering or something, my mouth is really just full of water at the moment. But I hope we can get some of the good stuff back, and I hope we can get some of the good old maps. And it comes from a really old Battlefield player. Well, I just started in Battlefield 2, so I'm not that really of an old Battlefield player, but I did try 1942 out or something like that. But as you see, this is going to be fucking great if EA or DICE or whoever is making the game is going to listen to the community, make the community what it is. Because, please, for God's sake, look at LoL, look at Dota 2, look at StarCraft, look at how much of a community I mean, sorry. Community is just something that keeps a game alive, you know. And the problem with Battlefield 3 and 3 right now at the moment is that it's not being played competitive. And I want to see Battlefield being played competitive, but it should not look like Counter-Strike. It should not be dumbed down to 4v5, 8v8. It should, well, 8v8 could be a possibility, but I want to see tanks, I want to see vehicles, I want to see those sort of things in this game, because I do not want to I don't want a better looking game to look like Counter-Strike. I mean, we've all seen Counter-Strike. Cisco is out there, and that is not the point of Battlefield. We want those tanks, and I mean, I think there is a way of getting this game out there and really showing what it has compared to the other games. It has something different, and it has, even they're advertising about Battle in Sea at the moment, which also was back in there. But I just want to tell out, I mean, my god, I'm making all these weird sounds. I want to see EA and DICE or anything, or anyone in there, just really show how much they care about the community. I've seen them do tons of links on the Facebook at the moment, and this is so great, but they gotta keep making the game some sort of a competitive game, or some sort of a more, well, actually it doesn't really need to be competitive, but the way they are doing this right now, it's the same as Call of Duty in some way. I don't want to see them pumping out a game every year, because, well, you can do that with okay expansion, and I don't mind it if they're really good. They did that with Diablo 2, and I'm fine with that. But I don't want to see DLCs being pumped out, just really trying to milk us. I want this game to stay alive. I want this game to be constantly, because at the moment right now, StarCraft is going to be played over and over and over and over and over again, simply because of the competitive level. And Battlefield is not going to be played over and over and over constantly. Or at least it's not going to stay that similar, because we all know when Battlefield 4 is released, there's rarely... Some will be playing Battlefield 3 for sure if their computers is not good enough for Battlefield 4. But we will see the majority of them jumping over to Battlefield 4. I mean, that's just how it is. And I don't know, what do you guys think? What should EA and DICE do just to improve the game, or just to really... I just think they should listen to the community and give good feedback. I don't want them to, you know, there are some ideas out there that is really, really stupid, but I could go on with my ideas. For example, I'd really like to see just the support guy having only the ability to suppress someone. And if that seems to be too overpowered, I'd just say nerf the gun a little bit, give them some more spread out, because that's what I really like being the support guy. You know, you want to be that guy that can just set up the bipod and just hammer down your opponent. You don't really want to, well, if you, I mean, couldn't it just be awesome that you sitting there hammering down your opponent, not even killing them, but then having your team from the right side come, or just storm them and then just take out the guys down there and just feel like, fuck yeah, I did that. I made this shit happen and we are a fucking team. And that's how, I don't know. I could go on, guys, but I'm excited for Battlefield 4. I'm gonna pre-order that shit when I've tried out the beta, because I pre-ordered Medal of Honor Warfighter, and Medal of Honor Warfighter is not being played by anyone at the moment. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like and favorite if you want. Comment about my commentary. It's actually my first commentary for FMFG, and I hope they pick up this one, since it might actually just be the first video ever, or second or something like that. But I think you guys should pre-order it. Just wait, I mean, wait a little bit. Just make sure, see how the game goes out. I'm pretty sure it's going to be awesome anyway, so you might as well just pre-order. I'm going to pre-order here pretty soon when I've tried out the beta and see what's going to go on. And I think that's it. NewGuy signing off.